It isn't a piece of cake. I think when you have a child on the autism spectrum, there's always the feeling that at some point you may be rejected.
Kids don't come with a manual, much less a manual that tells a parent what to do with an Asperger kid.
I still come across many professionals who have the mindset of this is a problem that exists in these kids that has to be eradicated or medicated or somehow reduced or made less impacting on their life. If anything needs to be eradicated from how to be successful, that mindset has to be eradicated.
One of the things that I've seen over many years in education is a lot of students who are floundering.
A lot of times was bullied in certain classes.
Everybody would make fun of me and for no reason too. I would just walk, be myself, and they'd still make fun of me.
There's a tendency just by sheer numbers for the message to be you are different and there's something not okay with that.
Mainstreaming is not necessarily always the answer.
There just isn't enough support for these kids in a regular school.
Most schools just don't understand what to do with Asperger students.
I think the Temple Grandin School really offers an opportunity for kids to learn social skills in a way that is different.
We really seek to foster and encourage the development of students' strengths and passions.
It's a lot smaller, bigger teacher to student ratio.
Unlike my other schools, everyone here is my friend.
It's certainly more in-depth, open to different ideas, and a lot more respectful, small-scale environment.
They said they would work on your strengths, which I really hate in old school how they always worked on your minuses.
We teach students here to really know themselves. We teach them self-knowledge, self-management, and self-advocacy. That begins with a process of meeting with families and identifying with them what are the strengths, what are the challenges, what works, what's hard, what's frustrating, so that we go in to the learning environment really knowing the best we can as to what's going to work.
It's very important for them to be able to develop really positive self-esteem and a set of goals for themselves that are realistic.
We take students' areas of passion and we support those, then we use those areas to motivate them to work on the things that are challenging for them. We have socio-academic components. We bring the academic content into a context where the social skills are also emphasized and practiced.
If these students learn a set of strategies that will help them in social situations, then they will be able to cope better when things get more complex.
It takes account of how you learn and not just how the system says you should learn.
Every single staff member has taken the time to really get to know in depth each student.
I don't have to sweat the details. There are 10 people in this building that know what to do.
TGS is needed because there are not a lot of programs that offer the opportunity for students to really hone in on their strengths.
We got to start somewhere in terms of creating experiences of success, because when they have success here, they have more to contribute to the community around them.
When they get out into the community, I want them to be successful in life, and that means being able to have a career and get work.
Beautiful thing about TGS is that students, when they're ready, can start venturing outside the walls of the school. Our students will know explicitly the kinds of skills that are needed to be successful out there.
These are the kids that are tomorrow's geniuses that are going to find wonderful new things for us.
Just a small interest can blossom into something that they can do for the rest of their life.
We really want to be a partner and a resource to the community.
I would like to see Temple Grandin School be a model for how to do it and how to do it right and successfully, so that the schools would then adopt the kinds of things that we're doing here.
The reason why we're looking for additional support is because it is very intensive, it is expensive, it's high needs, high adult ratio to provide this kind of service.
First thing I'd say is get involved, because whether you've got a student here or not, what the staff is doing here is just plain heroic, not to mention what the kids are doing.
We really are looking for people to come alongside and support this mission and help us to fund it so that we can provide it to all of our families.
You know, there's really a place for you here, and that if you come here, you'll feel like you're part of a family or you're part of something bigger. It won't just be another number or another name on a list.
I've seen a lot of those light up moments where they're starting to realize how special this place is. I don't think there's a single kid here who doesn't want to come to school.
I'm not sure exactly what TGS has done with my son, but the one that comes home every day is so much happier.
They're starting to become more comfortable, and they're starting to recognize what we offer and how that can positively influence every aspect of their life.
All I can say is thank heaven we found TGS. I think that it's just going to change his whole life from what it could have been to one of being excited about learning and growing, and there's a whole world out there that he didn't see before.